good day.
Stop fucking playing with me. Stop playing with me. Yeah.
Today was a good day. Till we start this bitch out.
Trap doing good, got me standing on money.
Today was a good day.
Indictments ain't stick, made bail on Monday.
Today was a good day.
Homies ain't died, I'ma have to thank God.
Today was a good day.
Bad bitch with me, got me rubbing on the thighs.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good
I
day.
fucking love day was a good day. I love day was a good day. I love day was a good day. I love day was a good day. I'm on my Memphis Flizzo. Thanks to Project Pizzazz. Niggas got a prison. Know just where I'm at.
I gotta keep that pistol. Gotta keep my gizzard. I'm already a statistic. I won't be one on my bizarre. My mind ain't right, I'm thrizzled. Pocket full of C-notes. Ran down on the Izop for $5 that he Izzo. Told me that I'm Izzone. Tell me something I don't know. Base car good in his hood.
Ain't a place I really can't go. No.
Weed by the pizzon. Liquor about the drizzon. If you ain't come to Swizzin', then you bound to fucking drizzon. You know I'm the shizzy. Bitch, I'm fucking pizzy. I'm about to get rizzy. Today's my fucking dizzy. Trap doing good, got me standing on money.
Today was a good day.
Indictments ain't stick, made bail on Monday.
Today was a good day.
Homies ain't died, I'ma have to thank God.
Today was a good day.
Bad bitch with me, got me rubbing on the thighs.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good day.
I love
Today
it.
was a good
I
day.
fucking love day was a good day. I love day was a good day. I love day was a good day. I love day was a good day.
Today was a good dizzy. I made a couple pennies. Flexed on the fiend. Nothing personal, just business. Big booty, she got today's. That's that shit I lizard. Come hop up in my whip, bitch. I'll be fucking you to nizzard. Fist full of cash, other hand full of his ass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yes, sir. I'm back in here, ain't I? I'm back here. I'm back in here, ain't I? Yes, sir. Let's see what that look like. Yes, sir. This is what that look like. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure get a couple people. 1, 2. Few people that commented on some things. No, not that one. Not that one. Come on. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing though? Let's see. Live. Nope. I want the boom. There we go. My page. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Ha. Okay, let's make sure I get this done here. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? What's up with y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. 9:39 p.m. I'm a little late, but that was one of my songs. Good day. But anyways, let me get into it, right? Let me get into it. Y'all here? Everybody here? Y'all good? Y'all good? I hope so. I hope so. Topic of the night is men's postpartum. Okay? PTSD for men. That type of thing doesn't only happen when people go through war. You know what I mean? Like one of those, with civil wars and things like that, when people go through postpartum for men, right? The fact that the world ignores, the government ignores, our ladies ignore, in most parts, we ignore too. Until you're going through it, you would basically turn a blind eye to. Okay? Which means if you're not a man, of course you're not gonna go through man things or, this, that, the third. Just like, men with women, we're not gonna go through certain things. But the fact that we know, or we don't know, which is why I'm bringing it to you guys' attention tonight, is men go through postpartum depression too. I made a post earlier about, not made a post, but I repost something about Kanye West. Y'all calling him crazy, right? You guys calling Kanye crazy, y'all would think, well, okay, well, he's doing the right thing. He's a concerned dad, but he's just going about it the wrong way, right? Kanye is going about it the wrong way. Okay, I get it. I hear you. But now, y'all fail to realize what Kanye could be going through. A male's postpartum depression. I literally talked about my son's father this week about healing. I hear you, mama. I hear you. Awesome. That's the great step. That's the first good step, because in most cases, men don't know where to vent. Men don't know how to vent in a lot of cases, which is why a lot of us keep shit to ourselves, which is why the delusion of women is as bad as it is, because men have kept their feelings, their wanting things to be talked about inside so much to whereas y'all think y'all right on every, not y'all, you know what I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Generally, y'all think y'all right on every turn, because if a sign of silence is still a form of approval, which means if you don't say nothing, then obviously a person must actually agree, right? Or they beg to differ, but they won't voice it. They won't say something. That's like saying somebody's breath is stink, but you're afraid to tell them because you don't want to embarrass them. But who's more offended? Who should be more offended? The person with the bad breath or the person who has to smell it? Right. All right. So now, y'all fail to realize what this man could be going through. He just lost his mom a few years back on a botched situation for her wanting to, I guess, have a BBL, right? Or inflation or whatever the situation, not a BBL, but she wanted her buttocks injected with something that'll make her butt bigger. For what reason? I do not know. You're old as crap. What more could you women want to do with you guys' body when you get a certain age? To be more appealing to whom? Literally. Who are you in competition with at that age? For one, I know I'm a little bit off subject, but I wanted to touch on this too. But who are you in competition with when you get of age? You shouldn't be in competition with these young girls' daughters, because that's their time. That's their time to shine. That's their meat. That's their prey. That's their future of who could put them in hopefully put them in a better situation. You dig? Why? So why would you go get those type of augmentations that'll cost you your life? And that's another topic for another discussion. Once again, ladies, we definitely have to must have. We definitely have to have. But all I see on Kanye at this point is which a lot of us males can't really express, nor have the money to express it with. Mind you, Kanye is a billionaire going through situations within his marriage, ex-marriage, in his children's lives. You guys like to say Kanye's crazy, right? Kanye's crazy. He's off to his rocker. But what if Kanye has postpartum with his children? And that's the only way he may know how to deal with it or cope with it, because this is the first woman he had children with, the first woman he's I guess, quote unquote, in love with since he put the ring on, her finger. This is the first woman who helped him out and who helped him, climb that plateau of being a billionaire. This man is going through something that you guys fail to realize. Thank you. Thank you, Kiera. This is the first woman that he, of course, when you've been in love this one good time, you would do any and everything to make sure that your ex's relationship don't work. Because why? Because you love that person. You're still in love and you're still in love with that person, because you don't know what it's like to be in love and to lose someone that actually helped you out in life and gave you your first seeds. So how can we call Kanye crazy? Y'all would like to say, well, Kanye needs help. Admin. Yes, sir. Add me in. Okay, I'm gonna give you a second, cuz. Let me do my monologue. So with Kanye's postpartum, how can y'all say Kanye is wrong? How can y'all say, well, Kanye's going about it the wrong way? Because if the shoe was on the other foot when it came to a woman, hell, Casey Anthony got off of murdering her own child because she was raped by her father when she was young. So if this was a woman doing all of this stuff, moving a few houses down, if she's a rapper or a singer, making songs about their old relationship and dissing her ex-husband's new girlfriend or this, that, and the third, you guys would look and say, this woman is going through postpartum. She has a right to do it. This woman has a right to do everything that y'all say Kanye is doing wrong. So if you're telling Kanye this is the wrong way how to do it, what are we telling our women? That it's okay for them to act crass? Is it okay for them to, because they're going through a woman's postpartum and only being able to see their children certain amount of days, and that's if the wife or your ex-girlfriend say so? Thank you, Kiara. That's if the ex-wife or girlfriend say so. He was being an everyday dad to him being reduced to whenever it's okay for her to see him. I know she wouldn't, want to keep him away from his children, but if she deems these acts as crazy, as well as her boyfriend, and they're probably putting this type of stuff in their children's head, because like was stated on the post, that Kanye why is Kanye wrong? Because he want his children to be at his church. He want to do things with his children. He don't want for his child to be on TikTok at a certain age and blah, blah, blah. You guys would call him crazy, but then you would say, okay, he's going about it the wrong way. How? So how is it the best way a black man at that, in particular, really, should express his discernment and saying, I'm not letting this go by the wayside. I'm not going to let you guys do me the way you guys are doing me. And I'm a fucking billionaire. I am a billionaire. Igloo party, yes, sir. And I am a billionaire. If I'm going through this type of stuff with my ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife and her boyfriend, with my children, imagine what the lower level men who doesn't have a fourth, a third, half of what he's got. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna let you in. Give me a second. Imagine. So we're going to ignore the fact that Kanye could be going through his postpartum. And you guys have to let that man grieve, or let that man express himself the way he expressed himself. Because one thing that I mentioned earlier before in another live that y'all fail to realize, on one of Kanye's posts, he said that it was, I'm paraphrasing to a degree, his wife, his mom was the reason for him losing basically his best friend, or trying to speak to his best friend at a distance, which is his father. And it wasn't until after his mother died that he reached out for his father, and he got a different story, right? So this is Kanye going through, because all he know was basically his mama, right? His mama. Now his mama's gone. So now he's a father. So now he's putting in perspective of trying to be what he thought his father couldn't be, or wouldn't be, or shouldn't be. So now he's trying to weed all that into his marriage, and actually trying to figure it out the best way Kanye knows how to figure it out. We're artists. In most cases, we don't think the way the rest of you guys think. Nah, this isn't the way I should do it. But what if that morning he decided to wake up and choose violence like so many of our women do, and it is permissible? And it is permissible. It's unfortunately, black man can have emotions, but not too much. Express yourselves, but within imitations. Okay, we can't overexpress, but us being classified. Yes, sir, that is true. That is definitely true. Now, by us trying to reach out, by us actually posting things and taking them down because we're on our feelings, and they're making mockeries of us because if we're first-time fathers, and this is the only woman we have children by, and we only saw success and want our children to succeed in everything else like that, like why would we be labeled the crazy ones, the insane ones, regardless of my public antics? Kanye walking out, with his face gloves, boots, and all that covered or whatever. Regardless of his public antics, this man still is a productive father. Granted, we don't know what goes on behind doors, but granted, you only go off of what the media display, they display, what Kim display, he displays, right? Of course, no one's not really going to give you the whole story, but we still have to take account of men actually having emotions and going through postpartum depression, especially with our first wife, the person we buried our first child and children to. We are going to go through that. Men who actually gives a fuck will go through that. Okay? You dig? The fact that men don't have anywhere to vent, black woman, I tell you, there is no other compliment than a black man gives you other than him venting to you, because the world would look at him as a fool and some type of clown. Especially when men take their issues to the public or to the law, they'll look at him and laugh and say, man, you a man, go ahead and deal with it. Blase blah. Versus if it was a woman, if she take her discernments publicly or to the courts or to the police, things would get handled. Okay? Like, things will get handled if the shoe was on the other foot, because they let women get away with a whole bunch of things because they are women. They are emotionally bound. They can blame things on their period. We can let women get away with being upset, bitchy, moany, irrational, loud, obnoxious, because it is expected of these creatures to go through a certain time in their life, months, days out of the month, once out of the month, whatever have you, when you're going through your cycle. Whatever irrational decision you make, whatever feeling you decide to espouse out your mouth, if you do that, it has to be permitted and permissible, because we have to overlook the fact that you should be rational about it, but we have to take a look at you being emotional, because you are an emotional creature and you're going to display whatever you're going to display at the drop of a dime if your emotions are tampered with, if your emotions are infiltrated, if your emotions are being played with. Ladies, the fact that we take men's mental health so not serious, basically, as a game, is not even funny. Men go through things too, ladies. Just because you bear the child, which brings you to a near-death experience, think about how many men have actually killed themselves because they haven't seen their children. And think about how many women that actually killed themselves because they couldn't take care of the children or killed the children themselves. Tipsy and Jay. My thing is, stop taking us for a joke, please. Do not laugh. I mean, this is my opinion, but I'm trying to be as rational as I could. Because when I post things for a reason. Whether it's for jokes and laughs, because I want people to laugh and joke and blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a playful person. I am still me. I am still humble. I am still a person who a lot of people don't want to admit when I'm right, but they'll look from a distance and say that nigga got a point, but they're not going to say it publicly. They'll say it to my face whenever they get around me or whatnot. When it's support like this that needs to be publicized, that need to be shared, when it's support like this with messages like this that you fail to realize that need to be shared, because if you love your black men so much, you will make sure his voice gets out. Whether you disagree with it, you have to see some points in men's talking points, especially when they're taking the plateau to try to help you guys understand from a male's perspective, to help you guys understand from a father's perspective, a male's ego, a man's testosterone. You guys have to understand that we are nothing to play with. These women are being deleted on occasion, not even on occasion now. These women are being deleted. I don't want to say kill, even though I just said it. But these women, the woman the other day, the man said he told the woman he loved her, and she laughed in his face, and he strangled her. I can't go females, dogs. This man strangled this woman because he said he loved her and she laughed in his face. Now, mind you, listening to the court situation, this woman was pretty much out there. She was basically having that night at least 3 guys to come over. She got strangled that night and killed. She was a very promiscuous woman. But once again, I digress. And I want you guys to know that what men go through isn't a joke. People don't know how close they are to death until it happens. And I want to, if I could, at the best of my ability, I want to tone that down completely, completely. Because it shouldn't be a point to where men could feel so not loved, or feel to the point where he want to express himself to a woman and she laughs, or either not take him seriously, or just walk away from him. Men are treated as treated disposable. Because we don't have our dick discipline, we give dick freely, which is why women would say, I can have another one in 5 minutes if I want to, or even at the same time, because men are thirsty. We don't have any dick discipline, right? We don't have any dick discipline. But please stop playing with men's emotions and egos, because they are fragile. That can get you hurt, ladies. That can get you hurt, ladies. What y'all think Kanye doing is crazy now, but if that was a man locally putting the funds behind seeing his children and trying to see his children, even buying houses down from the woman that he married and had his first children with, if that man decided to do all of that in our little towns and in little cities, y'all would think he is the best father ever, and y'all would say, I don't know why that woman is doing this, but then he is a little cuckoo. But now at the same time, you got to look at it as, damn, I wish my baby daddy did the same thing. I wouldn't even gave him that much hassle. Why? I like my mommy time. I like my time to myself. So why do I have to, and it ain't like my child's father is a threat to their lives. So I'm gonna just let my children go with with their dad, because there is no imminent threat there. He just may feel some type of way about our separation because he's going through some type of postpartum. Did I say all that in one breath? Did I say all that in one breath? I'm only telling you guys this because I love you. I'm only telling you guys this because men don't have, we're starting to have the voices now, but it needs to be more louder. Ladies, our voices, we need you to share our voices. For all the women who think that, or who knows that the justice system towards fathers who actually done it right in most cases, who in least cases, who actually done it right, why don't y'all fight for them to have them put and pushed on a pedestal to where they can be good examples to say, and it's not just a few men, there is a lot of men. You can go down the list to show a potential baby's daddy who may not be doing it the way that you think he should be doing it, but all he may need is a little push. All he may need is a little encouragement. All he may need is a little TLC, even if. Because, ladies, you guys fail to realize is as spiritual as you women claim you are, as holy as you women claim that you say you are, the power in your words can speak life to a man and through a man. All you got to do is rub a man's back and stroke his ego, and I promise you he'll run through a brick wall for you. I promise you. But because he can't speak the way that he should be revered as a alpha, a lion, someone who has purpose, someone who actually has legacy, if he needs to speak the way he needs to speak for his ego, let him stroke his ego. Help him stroke his ego. Because when you need that protection, when you need that male testosterone that'll carry you and your children across that finish line, when you don't have the strength to, Not because you don't want to, it's because you're not physically capable to, because you are a woman. If you can do that to a man, I promise you, and for a man, he would run through brick walls for you. Imagine what Kanye is willing to do for Kim. He's going publicly doing this type of stuff because he's going through some type of postpartum. He needs to be, even though he's been quite vocal, but once again, it's only but so much men could share publicly before we get called simps, before we get called beta males. I want to put this in perspective for you ladies. If a man was to go out in public or on his social media and say, man, this girl got me for $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, man, and I ain't even hit, man. God damn, man, this woman I done took her out on dates. I done treated her like a queen, opened her doors for her, lick her toes back, and all of that. If this man did all of that for this woman, and this woman turns around and say, well, it's nice that you did all of that. It's definitely cool that you did all of that. But I'm just not as, what's the word I'm looking for? As interested in you as you were to me. If the shoe was on the other foot, I think I lost what I was saying just now. I was getting to a point. I was getting to a great analogy, and I freaking lost it. Jeez whiz. Y'all help me bring it back. But anyways, dang it. I'm doing all of this off the top of the head, so y'all, please forgive me. I'm still pushing. I'm getting better. Right? Let me try to bring it back. But if a man was to try to put as much effort as Kanye is doing with his family and his children, y'all would say, man, cut that man a break, let that man get his children, and let's call it a damn day. Because all this extra stuff ain't even worth it. All of this extra stuff that Kanye having to put out for money and put out for seeing his wife and all of that other stuff, like he's used to all of them together in most cases. So when you get in between that and try to separate that, you don't think that's going to cause an issue or some type of trauma to a man? Y'all don't think so? I need y'all to understand the male's ego, a father's ego, the alpha's ego. He do what he does because he feels he have to, and is somewhat innate in us to say, this is what I have to do because this is what I spawned. This is what my legacy will be of because I helped create this. So when you're actually playing with that type of stuff, don't be surprised of the outcome. Please don't be surprised of the outcome, because it might not be in your best interest at all. But ladies, venting to you is a compliment, and I need you to understand this. It is a compliment. We don't have too many outlets or too many places to actually vent, okay? Even if you think your man isn't going through anything, come to him, ask him, hey, baby, you okay? And put your hands on his back, rub his back a little bit, baby. I just want to check on you. You all right? You good? All right, you want some head or something? I'm just, you know what I mean? No, but if you want something, I got you. You feel me? I'm just, you know what I mean? And he's going to be joking. And he's going to be like, damn, I needed that. My lady just came to rub my back and ask me Was I okay? Was I okay? That can go a long way, ladies. That can go a long way. So ladies, please, please do not take us for a joke. The many women that's being deleted these days because men feel like they had no way out, they didn't have anyone to really turn to. It's because when we go publicly, that's what I wanted to say earlier, when we go publicly with our discernments, when we go publicly with our grief, and we can't no longer hold it inside, but this is one of our ways to vent. Do not make fun of them. Do not tell them, oh, you're hurt, or this, that, and the third, because if the shoe was on the other foot, if a woman was to be going through this, you gotta let that woman go through what she's going through. That's a woman. She's hurt. She's hurt. She's allowed to burn down people's houses, scratch men's cars, pop tires, put sugar in his tank. She can do the worst to a man. And they'll let her go because why? She was in love and she was going through something. She was in love and she was going through something, so you have to let her. She may suffer a little bit of the consequences, but it won't be to the point of her actually serving any real damn time like a man would serve real damn time. I promise you. So ladies, tell me, how can men grieve? How can we grieve? How can we actually tell you guys, and you would say, well, okay, we'll go change the laws, go put petitions out and this, that, and the third. Granted, ladies, yes, we have been doing that. I'm telling you, we have. We have. But the fact that they have a bigger group because you guys outnumber us in votes, in prison time, jail time, in the houses. You guys outnumber us, so whose voices will be heard more? Because laws change when there's blood being shed and women are hurt, mad, or disappointed. That's when laws change. Okay? That's when laws change. So we need you guys' voices. We need you guys' petitions. Please like and share this video, please. If you don't mind, please. We need you ladies' petitions. We need you ladies' voices to actually put out the word and saying our men are going through something. Damn the bad men, our good men who can actually have more of a better impact onto the community. These men need to be heard. Help these men be heard. Because there are more of you than us, I promise you, things will change for the better. Because if you look at it, think of your sons. Think of your fathers, uncles, and brothers. I'm not saying any of this, and these men that's on these platforms aren't saying this just to get views, likes, and shares, and this, that, and third. It's because they're probably most likely, like me, looking out for the younger generation that needs to be told this information. That you need to tell your sons to look out for this type of thing. To look out for these type of women, to make sure that, even in marriage, everything isn't guaranteed, but that is still insurance to make sure that this is something you wanted and you wanted to put it in writing lawfully. So if anything was to happen to you, your family will be taken care of. Ladies, your voices, matters. Not only when you're making false allegations, because clearly you can see you can make a false allegation on a man and that shit will stick with him for the rest of his life. And it don't even have to be true, but being that nothing happens to you specifically, You can get a slap on the wrist, and you can walk away freely. How fair is that? But think of your sons, ladies. Think, okay? Think of your sons. Would you want the world to ridicule your son the way they're doing to a lot of men out here when they go to the police station and you know, things like that, and they'll say, honey, you can deal with it, man, that's a girl, man, I know you ain't coming down here to press charges on her, man, that's a girl, that's a female, yeah, like that type of thing. You have sons, you have male figures in your life, ladies, that you need to tell the truth to. Ladies, you have to tell the truth to these young men. Because if their fathers aren't around to tell them the truth, get their stepdaddies to do it. Get your boyfriends to do it. Please put prominent and profound men into your children's life that's going to instill some type of knowledge, wisdom, some type of legacy, even if it's not his biologically. Something that will be a part of him, that will be a part of the next generation, that can make better decisions than what we had. This is a must. This is a must. Ladies, like I said, you have sons. Be proud that the men are speaking up today, because you would want your son to be heard too if he was being taken advantage of and being used. For saying that he is a loving and caring father. He's willing to go broke just to see his children, to stay around his children, to be in the same vicinity, to help that woman out with his children. We need that voice, ladies. Then maybe the men you made bad choices in having children with can actually come to terms to say it's really not that bad being a father, because he has support. Because he has a system that's willing to help him be a father, like it is a system that's willing to help you ladies be a mother when they give you housing, food stamps, WIC, welfare, all of the above. Help men reach that plateau. Help men be equal to you. When you say you want equal rights and this, that, and the third, do you really want the equal rights? Or only when it benefits you, not the other gender? Let me know. Let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. I want y'all to be better than what we are today. Kanye's situation is not a joke. Kanye could be going through postpartum and no one knows how to diagnose it, even when they see it in their face. But if that was a woman, you guys would give any and every excuse to say she's going through something, let that woman do what she's going to. Because if women can get away with killing their children and blaming it on some past trauma, then why shouldn't this be permissible and say, okay, let's really look into the situation and get this fixed. Let's get this help. Let's help him. Let's mend this. Once again, this is Penguin in the Igloo. Cash at me. The Real Penguin at Cash at me. $, The Real Penguin. I love y'all. I just want to give y'all a different perspective and a different outlook. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your likes and dislikes onto this broadcast, please. Penguin's Igloo. Get at me on my YouTube. Love y'all. Y'all take care. I'm out. Yeah.